Let's examine the path of true greatness. The importance of faith, love, and humility and service in the context of church leadership and are designed to help leaders better serve their congregations, people of God, and promote spiritual growth. It is not a power struggle. Church is not a political arena. Church is of service. The desire for recognition. James and John asked Jesus for prestigious possessions because they were blind. Like the two blind men, the before and after of this passage in Mark's Gospel. At any age, it's natural to seek recognition and respect. However, Jesus teaches us that true greatness is not about status, but about how we serve others. It's an internal attitude or inner perspective comes to prayer, not from data information. The wisdom of God drives you to fight against desire for recognition, but the process of let go to serve, to seek Christ in others. Redefining leadership. Jesus says that greatness comes from serving others. Let's reflect on how we have be example in our families and communities. Let's consider the ways to mentor, to show by example the younger generation by sharing our experiences and values and to redefine leadership. It is not about power, control, micromanaging. It is more of service. It's more Christocentric. Comes from a Lord who said, I have not come to be served, but to serve. Serving with humility. Jesus emphasizes that greatness must be the servant of all. Let's look at some of the simple ways to serve within our family and communities. Even small acts of kindness, like a text, like a phone call, a helping hand, will have a big impact. If you're not spoken to a family or a person for a long time, it's time to break and to embrace the humility. Embracing the challenges. Ask if we can drink the cup of suffering. Life has its share of challenges. May we embrace them with faith and trust that our endurance and resilience serve as a testament to God's grace. From suffering leads to service. Finding joy in service. Jesus' life was a model of joyful service. May we find joy in everyday acts of service we perform, whether it's caring for loved ones or participating in community activities. Our joy, our dedication are a testament of our faith. May we embrace simplicity. Jesus lived a simple life focused on serving others. He always sought the Father's will. May we simplify our life to focus on what truly matters: love, faith, and service. But how can we live a simple life? And ability to serve others comes from the grace of God in prayer. This leads us to nurturing community, and we take courage in service and trusting in God's plan. Once there was a wise old man who lived in a small village. Despite his age, he was known for his wisdom and humility. One day a young man asked him, "How can I become great like you?" The wise man replied, "Follow me." He led the young man to a large pot filled with soup that had been cooking all day. The man handed the young man a long spoon, too long to reach the soup with, instructed him to try and eat. The young man struggled but could not taste the soup. Now the wise man said, "Use the same spoon to feed someone else." The young man fed the wise man with the spoon. Immediately the soup was tasted by both. The wise man smiled and said, "True greatness is not about feeding yourself, but about serving others." The young man realized that true greatness comes from selflessly giving to others, not from seeking personal gain. This story derives the point that true greatness is found in service. This story and the gospel passage emphasizes how Jesus' teaching on leadership and greatness aligns with the wisdom of serving others. We can be great only when we align the wisdom of God and grace in serving others. The moment the self-ego grows higher in a person, captured by so much of me, myself, my ways, you are only great for yourself, not for others. May we be encouraged to apply the wisdom in our lives by finding joy and fulfillment in acts of service, no matter how small. In the words of Pope Francis, to be a leader is to be a servant. John Paul II, the measure of a leader is not what he does for himself, but what he does for others. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less, as C.S. Lewis.